You know, a lot of us think of the brain during sleep like a computer in sleep mode, just resting, doing nothing. But actually, it's the complete opposite. When you fall asleep, your brain gets busy, really busy. It starts cleaning out waste, fixing damage, and rebuilding important connections so you can think clearly the next day. Now here's something many people don't realize. After around the age of 60, this natural repair system slowly starts to weaken. And the tricky part is, it happens quietly, long before you notice things like forgetfulness or that foggy feeling. Changes may already be building up inside the brain. But the most surprising part, it's not about expensive treatments or complicated routines. Something as simple as what you eat for dinner can make a big difference. In this video, I'm going to share 5 foods that can help your brain clean itself, repair cells, and support memory all while you sleep. Before we get into it, I'd love to know, where are you watching from, and what time is it where you are right now? Let me know in the comments. Let's start with a food that might look simple, but is incredibly powerful for your brain. Berries, including blueberries and strawberries, are powerful brain-protecting foods because they contain high levels of flavonoids, which are natural compounds known for their antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects. Inside the brain, oxidative stress builds up over time as a result of normal metabolism. This process gradually damages neurons, similar to how rust slowly damages metal. If left unchecked, it can contribute to memory decline and reduced cognitive performance. Flavonoids help neutralize these harmful molecules before they can cause significant damage. But their function goes beyond protection. They also improve the efficiency of communication between brain cells by supporting the pathways that neurons use to send signals. This means that information processing becomes smoother and more efficient, which can improve attention, learning ability, and memory recall. In everyday life, berries are very easy to include in a routine. A small serving does not need to be large to be effective. They can be eaten fresh, added to yogurt, or included as part of an evening snack. The important factor is consistency rather than quantity. Over time, regular consumption builds up protective effects in the brain, helping to slow down cognitive aging and maintain mental clarity. This makes berries a simple but powerful long-term strategy for supporting brain health. Now let's talk about something creamy, delicious, and surprisingly powerful for your brain: avocado. Avocado supports brain health in a different but equally important way compared to other foods, because its main benefit is not direct brain stimulation, but rather the optimization of blood flow and nutrient delivery. The brain is highly dependent on a continuous and stable supply of oxygen and glucose. Even slight reductions in blood flow efficiency can affect concentration, mental energy, and memory performance. Avocado is rich in monounsaturated fats, which help maintain the flexibility and health of blood vessels. Healthy blood vessels are essential because they ensure that oxygen and nutrients can travel efficiently to brain tissue. When circulation is improved, the brain functions more consistently and is better able to perform demanding cognitive tasks. Another important factor is blood pressure regulation. High blood pressure is one of the most well-known risk factors for cognitive decline because it can damage small blood vessels in the brain over time. By supporting healthier blood pressure levels, avocado indirectly protects long-term brain function. In daily life, avocado is extremely easy to use. It can be added to meals without requiring complex preparation. Half an avocado with dinner, or as part of a salad, is enough to provide meaningful benefits. When consumed regularly, it works quietly in the background, supporting circulation and ensuring that the brain receives the resources it needs to function at its best. Next is a food that actually looks like the brain itself: walnuts. Nuts, such as walnuts and almonds, are highly concentrated sources of nutrients that directly support brain performance. One of their most important roles is providing a stable supply of energy and healthy fats that the brain can use efficiently. Unlike refined carbohydrates that cause energy spikes and crashes, nuts provide a slow and steady release of fuel, which helps maintain mental stability throughout the day and even during sleep. Walnuts are especially valuable because they contain plant-based omega-3 fatty acids along with antioxidants. These compounds help protect brain cells from oxidative stress, which is one of the main contributors to age-related cognitive decline. Over time, oxidative stress can weaken neurons and reduce communication efficiency between them. In addition to protection, nuts also support brain energy metabolism. The brain requires a significant amount of energy to perform processes such as memory consolidation and cellular repair during sleep. By supporting these energy systems, nuts help ensure that the brain can complete its nightly maintenance functions effectively. In practical terms, nuts are very easy to integrate into daily life. A small handful in the evening or as a snack is sufficient. They require no preparation and can be carried easily, making them one of the most convenient brain-supportive foods available. Next, we have one of the most underrated brain foods, leafy greens. Leafy green vegetables such as spinach and kale are essential for long-term brain health because they provide a wide range of protective nutrients, including vitamin K lutein, folate, and beta-carotene. These nutrients work together to maintain the structural integrity of brain cells and slow down the natural aging process of the brain. One of the key mechanisms behind their benefit is their ability to reduce inflammation and oxidative damage. Chronic low-level inflammation is one of the hidden drivers of cognitive decline, and over time it can impair memory and processing speed. Leafy greens help counteract this by providing antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds that protect neural tissue. They also play a role in supporting sleep quality, especially due to their magnesium content. Magnesium helps regulate the nervous system and promotes deeper, more restorative sleep. Since deep sleep is when the brain activates its waste clearance system, this indirectly enhances memory consolidation and overall brain health. In everyday life, leafy greens are simple to include but highly effective when consumed consistently. Even one serving per day, especially at dinner, can contribute to long-term cognitive protection. The effects are not immediate, but they accumulate gradually, making leafy greens one of the most reliable foods for maintaining brain function with age. And the last one is a true powerhouse when it comes to protecting your brain: fatty fish. Fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines are one of the best foods for the brain, especially as we get older. The reason is simple. They contain a healthy fat called omega-3, which helps keep brain cells strong and working properly. You can think of it like oil in a machine. When the brain has enough of it, everything runs more smoothly. As we age, it becomes more important to keep memory and thinking speed stable. Omega-3 helps support this by keeping brain cells flexible, so they can talk to each other clearly. This is what helps you stay focused, remember things better, and think more clearly in daily life. The good news is that you do not need to eat a lot. You only need small, regular meals. The easiest way is to eat fatty fish about 2 or 3 times a week. You can grill it, steam it, or cook it in soup. Simple home cooking is perfectly fine. There is no need for complicated recipes. A good habit is to eat fish for dinner, because the brain does a lot of repair work during sleep. When you give it omega-3 in the evening, you are helping it rebuild and stay healthy overnight. Over time, this small habit can make a real difference in how sharp your mind feels. We have talked about 5 foods that support brain health. There is one more important thing to understand. These foods do not work in isolation. Their real power becomes clear when you see what actually happens inside your brain at night. When you fall asleep, your brain does not just rest, it switches into a repair mode. One of the most important systems involved in this process is called the glymphatic system. You can simply think of it as a cleaning system inside the brain. During deep sleep, A special fluid flows through the brain tissue and helps wash away waste that has built up during the day. Every time you think, focus, or remember something, your brain produces tiny waste products. If they stay inside too long, they can slowly build up over time. One of the most important things that gets removed during this process is a substance called beta amyloid. This is a protein that has been linked to memory problems and conditions like Alzheimer's disease. When sleep is poor or the body does not get enough nutrients, this waste is not cleared as effectively, and it can gradually accumulate over the years. This is where the foods we discussed earlier become very important. Nutrients from those foods help create a healthy environment so the brain can clean itself properly during sleep. Without that support, the cleaning system does not work as efficiently. Another key function of the brain at night is memory organization. It takes everything you experienced during the day, filters what is important, and stores it in long-term memory. That is why after good sleep, you often feel clearer and remember things more easily. In simple terms, sleep is not just rest. It is the time when your brain cleans, repairs, and organizes everything that keeps your mind strong for the next day. Now there is one final thing you need to understand. And this is actually what makes everything we talked about work much better. First is something called synergy, or in simple words, how foods work together. These foods are not powerful just on their own. The real benefit happens when you combine them in the same healthy routine. For example, the healthy fats in avocado or fatty fish actually help your body absorb important vitamins from leafy greens much better. Without those fats, some vitamins are not used efficiently, but when you eat them together, they support each other like a team working toward the same goal. This is why whole foods are much more effective than isolated supplements. A pill may give you one nutrient, but real food gives you a complete system of nutrients that work together naturally inside the body. The second key factor is timing. When you eat these foods in the evening, you are aligning them with your brain's natural schedule. At night, your brain is preparing to clean, repair, and reorganize itself. This is the moment when it needs nutrients the most. If you provide the right foods at dinner, you are giving your brain the resources exactly when it is ready to use them. This makes the repair process more efficient and more complete. Finally, there is consistency. The brain does not change in a single night. Real improvement happens slowly, through repetition. When you follow this type of eating pattern most nights of the week, your brain gradually builds a stronger foundation. Over time, this can support better memory, clearer thinking, and more stable cognitive function. Getting older does not automatically mean losing your memory or becoming less sharp. Many people think that decline in thinking and memory is just a normal part of aging, but that is not completely true. The brain is not a fixed organ. It is still alive, still flexible, and still capable of healing and improving when it is given the right support. What you eat, how you sleep, and how you take care of yourself every day all play a real role in how your brain performs over time. So instead of thinking of dinner as something ordinary, try to see it as a form of care for your brain. A small change in what you eat can slowly become a big difference in how you think and feel in the future. Before you go, I really want to hear from you. Which of these foods have you already tried in your daily life? Or is there one you are thinking of adding to your dinner starting tonight? Your comment might also help someone else who is trying to improve their brain health in a simple, natural way.